everyone, Schoolhouse Intuitive Tarot. I'm here to do a Libra next 3 months reading. So all placements of Libra are welcome, cross watchers too. I appreciate you all tuning in. And this is going to give us a look at October, November, and December. Now, Libra, I did just complete a reading for you. That was your October reading. And so with that, there were some definite messages about this change coming. There was definitely abundance coming, and it was coming in after a period of sort of getting clear, rest, getting a new perspective on things, and you really taking yourself out of situations, people, places, things that just aren't helping anymore, but like really actually taking action then to remove yourself from certain situations. And that is actually what then leads to your abundance. Once you get clear, you get away from what you need to get rid of, or you're reorganizing and you're getting rid of things. You're just, kind of purging, cleansing, that sort of thing. And then you get into this new perspective that actually helps shift everything. So you're even more open to guidance. And maybe some of you received major, manifestations, revelations during that super moon lunar eclipse on the 17th. So there's been this big shift, and I think you've probably felt it. It's still occurring. So I do want to get into the next few months with you and just kind of give you some sort of indication of what that could look like for some of you. And again, these are general, they're not personal, but let's go ahead and get started. We'll say kind of overall, but I do want to I want to peek inside each month, and I'm going to use a different tarot deck for each month so that each card has a chance to come up. Like if we have, justice in all 3 months, that's why I want to use all three decks, just in case same major arcana cards or whatever want to come through. So you have a gavel. Wow, I said justice, and then we have this gavel card here. Okay, and then you have telephone. I'll get into all of this. You have the summer. All right. So it says within the next 3 to 6 months, which is funny. This is the next 3 months reading. Lets me know we're on the right track as far as decks. Roundabout and universe. All right, so astrological signs on these cards. We have Sagittarius, Cancer. We also have Leo, we have Virgo, we have Pisces, and we have Scorpio. So, the signs, they don't really necessarily mean anything as far as if you are that sign or if somebody else is, but sometimes it can help validate, in that way. But other times it's really it's about that energy that, Scorpio brings to the table, or Sag or whatever. So let's go ahead and see. So this gavel here, there could be some sort of, big decision made. Either you've decided that, as you are, about justice here, being a Libra or having Libra in your chart. But there are some sort of, it's like about finished business. There's some sort of judgment. Okay. So there could be some sort of serious, important situation, or something that you're having to deal with. Now there is communication about it. There's messages about it. You're getting something loud and clear. Okay. The messages are loud and clear for you. Okay. It's like message received, loud and clear. And so there's something here that you just cannot ignore. Like it's, and it could be something unexpected. It does have to do, it's going to be, for some of you, it really is, again, tying back to that sort of like eclipse energy, which stays with us for months after the fact. So it could have something to do with, again, those revelations that now you're able to really manifest things. You're seeing things a lot clearly. It is going to lead to this new, like I said, a perspective shift, which then sets you on this path to this great abundance. Okay. And everybody's on a different timeline, so I can't guarantee it's going to be within the next 3 months or anything like that, but it's definitely you're shifting, things are shifting, right? So I could actually entitle this reading "Holy Shift." Like that's it makes me think of that like Chris Reck and Leading Out Loud, that channel. If you haven't checked that out, if you're a fan of Minopon Tarot, I know I am. But I think they've used that, like, holy shift, and I know I've seen it other places, but it always makes me think of the four of them. Anyway, so there's this inner voice that's coming to the table here. Okay, it has to do with something that may have felt like some sort of a roundabout, something, just something that had a lot of working parts. And some of you have been asking the universe, hey, I've been putting my manifestations, my prayers out there. What gives? Why haven't I seen them come to light? And as I've talked about in other readings, we all are on a different timeline. Our timelines are having to intersect, or intersect with others. And so it's not always just about, our timeline. I mean, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but that's what it is. And this is about you seeing this big picture. Okay. So over the next few months, you're going to see a big picture, a big aha. Again, it's a loud and clear kind of message. And it could actually be something worldwide that happens for us, a big shift of some kind, something, shocking. I want you to be prepared, again, as I've been talking about in readings for weeks, maybe months now. There could absolutely be something unexpected. So you're going to want to get grounded now. You're going to want to be able to make sure that you are, in fact, engaging in practices that are helping you align to your soul's truth. All right. The things that give your life meaning and joy, those are things you're going to want to be connecting to. You're going to want to tap into that. You're going to want to make sure that you're not taking on other people's energy. So setting really good boundaries energetically and in other ways, although everything is energy. You're going to want to make sure that whatever makes you feel grounded, if it's, being outside, listening to the rustling of leaves here as we have in the background, or if it's spending time with your pets, your family, grabbing a bite to eat, of your favorite cuisine, so there's so many different things. Some people, yoga, sound healing, sound baths, like that sort of thing. Water is coming in huge for a lot of you. Connecting to water can be very healing, and there are lots of different ways to do that you can research. But there's something about when this comes in, something to do, and I mean, I know we're, in the United States, we do have an election, and I don't get into politics on this channel, but there's something here that with that going on. So I'm not at all surprised to see, that we have this sort of, this gavel here that has to do with politics, justice, the court system, that sort of thing, legal matters, legal affairs, politics. So it's like, no kidding, right? We're in an election year. So, and that will, there's something communicated here. There is something here that it's like the energy that that the next, it's going back to that supermoon eclipse in Pisces. Now, this was it was one of the most spiritual eclipses that I've felt, as far as the intuitive, connection. And I still feel it. It's like, I don't know about you, but my senses have been absolutely heightened, with this eclipse. And it's like, so many times I feel like this in this last, say, year, there have been so many things going on with planets. And I'm not an astrologer. I don't even pretend to be one, but it's like I don't know about you, but this year especially, there's just been like a shift, and then another shift, and then a shift. And it's like, each time I feel like, we're advancing, individually and collectively, but there's just going to be like you being more connected to this sense of community. Okay. And so you want to make sure that you stay in your driver's seat of your chariot. Okay. And that you're actually, that you're staying focused, you're staying determined. And I would love for the chariot to come into this reading today. But this is about you being interconnected, but also you being that voice of reason for yourself, and you being that highest intelligence. A lot of the times we ask for assistance outside of ourselves, Libra, and what I'm seeing coming in is that it has already begun for you. Maybe even the week that this posts, because that's the week of the eclipse, but just that sort of shift where it's more external. Now you're going more internal. It's more introspection and reflection. And that is indeed what you are encouraged to do right now, because the fact of the matter is, Libra, you yourself are a divine being. You're a divine light, and we need your light. And so whatever you need to do to keep your light and your light bright, and your intuition open, and you're connecting in those ways, and you're connecting again to the positive things in your life, things that you can be grateful for, the more you're going to attract the abundance you want. You are co-creating, okay, with spirit, with the universe. So this is about you, it's the law of one. All right. It's about you being that creative force. It's about you working things out. It was about you coming up with your plan, listening to your inner voice. Okay. But there is this just sort of this your voice really mattering, your inner voice and your outer voice. So there is definitely this shift. I'm getting the name Candy or Candace, and I heard Rebecca too. So, and I'm hearing something about Morgenstein, or it's making me think of like horses too, actually. So there could be a connection to horse. Now, horse has been coming up for you lately in my readings as this sort of freedom, movement, strength, right? That's what the horse symbolizes. So there is, again, there's this sort of like, and what keeps coming up, interestingly enough, Libra, is if you see the person's posture, this what they're giving out here on this card here, this is about that. I just spoke about it in your October reading, as a matter of fact. So this definitely lets me know we're onto something here with these cards. Oh, wow. No, it is good to see the validation here, though, within the cards as I'm speaking and channeling. But this is about you surrendering, giving it all up to the divine, but also yourself, because again, you are divine. You're another source of divinity here. I want to get a stargazing oracle card here. The deck I used before was a zodiac oracle, Zodiac 108 by Intuit Oracle. And then this is by Maruka X. Okay. All right. I think, oh, okay. I thought I didn't want to look at that card. It said 12th house, but I just saw Pisces. Like I saw it, but it's not actually there. So it's my clairvoyance kicking in here. I'm seeing Pisces energy again. So it lets me know that yes, this super moon lunar effect here really coming in, and it just really, I do feel that it started this massive shift, and I'm going to call it this like liberation too. You know, it's an end to suffering for some of you. Okay, it's an end to it's an end to suffering, an end to struggle. It's an end to unnecessary suffering and struggle, right? Because a lot of the times, you know, I'm getting that quote now. I forget who said it, but it's a good timber doesn't grow with ease. The stronger the wind, the stronger the trees. And I keep getting that for us, Libra, where it's nothing was, you know, wasted. Like it all needed to happen the way it needed to happen, even though it could have felt unjust at the time, or like it just didn't make any sense. It's now it's things are coming into better focus. There could have been some blurriness in your quest, in your vision here, Libra, and where you were headed, but now I feel as though we're going to get this clarity. There's just something very striking. Okay, that's another word they're giving me right now, striking, about what's going to take place, about what takes place. And it could have to do with you shifting to more optimism. Know that your opinion matters. Whatever's happening, your opinion matters. Your voice matters. Okay, there's something about this. There's like a transcendental, right? Transcending energy. There's also, okay, let me see what this said. Pink moon. And I happen to want to wear hot pink, and you know, I don't always wear that. So it was funny. I'm like, even though I'm, you know, this is like taking place in my new fall studio here. There is this like energy of pink, and so and it's even like a magenta. And for me, that's an extremely divine. It's really kind of tapping into to your higher chakras, and I mean not just, you know, your higher chakra. I'm talking about like your soul star chakra. Okay, I'm talking about like chakras that that it's like your galactic chakra. Okay, that's what I'm getting when I'm getting magenta here. So it's you like it's you connecting with again, the universe. Okay, remember, we do have universe here. All right, you're connecting. It's like a galactic connection now that's taking place, and it is oh, it is amazing. There may actually, I think we're going to have some meteor showers in October. That could be another time period for you, and I believe I want to say it's around the third week of October into the fourth, something around there. So that could be, you know, an important span of time for you, Libra. So the pink moon is about focusing on the new. Oh my goodness, Libra. Ooh, okay. So I did not read this card. In fact, I struggled over what the word would be and was looking in the complete opposite direction. I was actually looking here and at our new setup in the background, because that helps me focusing on nature when I'm channeling. And actually, it says transcendence. So That's exactly it. It's a gifted. You've been gifted this moment. Okay, you're being gifted this sight. You're being gifted new sight, a new level of they're saying intuition, understanding, and introspection. Okay, intuition, understanding, and introspection is what I'm specifically hearing right now. Okay, clairaudiently. Those of you who haven't watched me, my messages are randomly specific. They may seem very random, but if you read the comments, they're actually specific to someone or multiple people out there. So this is about your first steps on a new path. This could be scary, this spiritual awakening that you may be possibly going through, but it because it's massive. It's it's going to be unlike any other. It's going to feel different than the other times you've ascended, because some of you, I feel, have already, again, you've been like leveling up for, I'm getting 4 even for some of you. You just, this could be your 4th one, but there's just like levels. I'm seeing like almost like you have felt it each time. Like now when you're ascending or transcending, it's like it's like almost like it's more punctuated. That's the only way I can think of it, is more like clear cut. So this is about fertility, fullness. Yeah, really something maturing. You, again, like you're getting ready. You're stepping into these bigger shoes here, Libra. Let me see what else we have here. There's something about a record keeper or recorder. So you may be thinking about keeping record of something or recording something. It could be useful. Maybe, in fact, if you do have a big decision, you want to write it down. You want to, or if you have a court case or something, or anything to do with, you know, making a big decision, or even I heard something about like assertion. So you may want to take notes and write it down. You may want to also make sure that if you're engaging in any sort of important phone calls, meetings, etc., that you're keeping a running record, that you're taking notes, and dating things, and when someone tells you something, state it back to them to make sure that you have that clarity, so that you don't doubt yourself later on, when, I will say, people could go back on their word, or they could say, well, I didn't say that, or that you twisted it, or you could then doubt yourself. Have you ever done that, where you know for sure someone did or didn't say or something, and then they deny it, and you're like, oh man, I know I wasn't crazy. I know that's what I heard or what they said. Do that. Write it down, including, Libra, the dreams you're getting, dreams, intuitive insights you're getting. Jot them down, or strange happenings, if you want to call it that. I call them awesome, but if you it could, because you could be getting clues on how spirit is communicating with you. So how is spirit communicating with you over this it's a very delicate and intricate next few months here. All right. Now, as it always is, Libra, it is a little difficult for me to say. And during energy work, it's going to be exactly this date in this time period, because energy is neither bound by space or time. Those are human constructs. So you're not going to get an exact date. Sometimes I'll say it as an exact date, and that's like even blows my mind. But that's when I just stop and give thanks. But yeah, so let's see what else we have. There are going to be some truths. There are certainly some truths. Let me get, I want to get this archetype guide. Again, Maruka X here. I have a lot of her decks. Let me see what else. I've had to, again, change, as I said before, if you watch me before, I've had to change the way I shuffle due to some arthritis in my hands. So, by the way, happy birthday, Libras. Virgos, happy birthday to you. Your season's ending, wrapping up here, and we've got some Libras coming in. And I'm going to say happy birthday to really everybody, because we have all these, in the next few months, we have several signs we'll be celebrating birthdays, including Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. And let's see what else we have here. Of course, Libra. I already said Libra, though. You have the Alchemist. Now, you just had alchemy come in the last reading I did for you, the October reading. So this is all about, it's like an extension to that October reading. This is again about change taking place. You're measuring, you're weighing things up, Libra. You're weighing things up to make this important decision. Okay, so you are transforming bad situations into gold. You are the magician. Okay, you're bursting limitations that bind you. What else do we have, Libra? Charlie, I heard Charlie. There's something about residue. Either I'm picking up on somebody out there right now, because I pick up on past, future, present energies. somebody may have residue on their hands, or they may feel as though you may feel that you've like left the situation and it just is something icky still about it. You need to do things to cleanse your energy, okay? Or if you just, I'm actually just getting, if you just picked up new crystals or something, or any objects really, you need to make sure you're cleansing things before you're allowing them to come into your home. um, I just heard someone say, take your shoes off. Please take your shoes off. We do track in, energy in soil or whatever, wherever we've been, we pick up particles on our feet. And that's sometimes why people don't want shoes in their house. But I say, for energetic reasons, I don't like having the things that I was just out in the environment with in the house. Like, so I'll change as soon as I get home. I'll take a shower, if I feel icky, sticky, energetically, whatever, and I think that's just really important that you honor that. Any of those hunches you're getting, any of those, if you're feeling as though there are pollutants in the air, do what you can to remove them. If you're feeling as though, oh gosh, I just feel, like, I just feel like, yeah, like I had to like do an energy cleanse here very quickly out of before I get in my car after leaving this person's house. Do it, just stop, do a quick aura brush, okay? Breathe out, shake it off, literally, like, and then just sort of imagine, cleansing yourself with this white bubble of protection of light, white light, or whatever it is, whatever works for you, okay? I just heard bubble wrap popping, actually. Some of you may like the sound of the bubble pop wrapping there. All right, so we have the pessimist here. I'm actually getting a specific story about someone like cutting their hair or perming it or dyeing it or something, and they don't like it. This is like, it could have been like a while, like a lot. I'm getting like in the 80s, even like you had that one haircut maybe in the 80s, and people were like, you were like, oh my gosh. I don't know why that's coming in, but it's a specific thing. It's like the question for you, Libra, that's coming in is, do you like what you see when you look in the mirror? And I'm not talking about just the mirror on the wall. I'm talking about, do you like this version of yourself? Do you like what you're putting out there into the world? What we put out, we get back, right? What we think about, we bring about. The energy we're bringing to the table is the energy we leave the table with, generally, right? That's what it is. There, I'm getting this thing about tables. I just heard like, my how the tables have turned. Okay, so maybe we'll see the wheel here. We didn't even get into tarot, and we have 22 minutes here of like uh, messages, right? Channeling. So this is about setbacks or obstacles in life not being failures unless you quit. Don't allow negative thoughts to cripple you. That's what the card says. Okay, we're gonna get one more. Be on. It says be. Hang on, I'm getting this here. Be like unabashedly. I don't even know if that's a word. Unabashedly you. So in other words, like, don't dim your light. It keeps coming out. Shine brightly. Shine brightly. I even have a little sign here. Shine brightly. Right there it is. So making sure that you're shining brightly here, Libra. Whoa, that kind of came out of nowhere. Yeah, okay, the untainted. Don't worry about malicious talk. Your light will not be tarnished when they try to ruin your reputation. If somebody tries to do that. So I'm not here as an alarmist or alertist or whatever. I'm just letting you know that if that comes to be, if you do have someone trespassing um, against your happiness, or your well-being, or what it is you're hoping to achieve, you know what? People are going to talk. Let them, right? Let them. Go ahead, do it. Say it. You're going to say or do whatever. We're not going to make everybody happy, as I always say. If I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Take your tea in your cup and go somewhere else. There's plenty of other tea bags out there for you to enjoy, because maybe I'm just not your cup of tea, and that's fine. I'm fine with it. And we don't all have to be best friends, but it would be nice if we did get along. But getting like work situations for some of you too, actually. All right. So I'm hearing something about allergies. All right. So allergies, that again, it could just be sort of like an irritation. Maybe you're getting like throat irritation. Again, this is something about maybe the throat chakra needing to be cleared. Just, yeah, I'm actually hearing, I'm getting a ring a bell, like ring a bell near your throat. That's just what I'm getting. Okay. So some of you may want to consider doing that, like raising your vibration, or like considering how you can engage your voice more. Someone may be getting like singing lessons even or something. All right, let's see what we have here for Libra. I heard tuxedo cat. I heard the name. This is a different name that you may not always hear. It's Amelie. Amelie. It can be Amelia too, but I was the first thing I got was that, and then I'm getting like Denisha. Mm-hmm. I'm using the Dark Mansion Tarot. All right. Whoa, that's so many cards. Oh, that's okay though. That's fine. Okay. So we have no, actually it was like this. Okay. So we have what hit the first. Okay, so hit the table first. This Three of Swords in reverse. All right. So again, there's that sort of end to suffering in some way. You know, life may never be struggle free, but there is some sort of like a release, let up. It's about you surrendering. Okay, this is about you surrendering. Then you have the the King of Pentacles here. I just heard something about being very thrifty. You may have found ways to kind of save money. You may be that could be a real focus in the next few months. It would make sense. It is holiday season. Some of you may be looking for the best deals. That makes sense. And I just heard shop around. Don't take the first offer, right? Next, Libra, you have the Ten of Swords here. Okay. I just heard somebody say whatever floats your boat, or if something's like not up your alley. Okay, so the name alley could have some sort of importance too, but I am getting something about an ending here to make room for this new shift, and that's what came in your October reading. I'm picking up right now on current energy. I feel like this is about or for October actually. It's about you again having to let go and let be, let go and let be. That's how you're going to be free. I let go and I let be for me to be free. There's sort of an affirmation that I'm getting now. I let go and let be for me to be free. It's all about you, right? Your journey, your destination, like you're not your just, but you know, where you want to go. The Tower, not surprised. There it is. Wow. I mean, this is all right. And then we also have with this, we have Temperance. So this is somebody about I'm getting something too about, okay, there is a letdown for some of you. There's a foundation that was never stable to begin with. Okay. There's some people deciding to actually jump ship. Okay. Maybe you've decided to jump ship. There's something about, again, there's that shocking, something will surprise you. Okay. I don't know. It could be like us as a, you know, a universe, as a species, or, you know, of just, you know, shocking events worldwide, but there is something coming in. This is like, you know, the Tower moment. I just heard global, so I did hear something about global. Again, not trying to scare me, but this is just, you know, it could be anything. You know, I don't, you know, it doesn't have to be like major, but it is something that's like unexpected. Okay, now unexpected doesn't have to be bad, but the fact that I'm getting jump ship makes me think that some of you may feel or get wind of something before it happens, and then you like extract yourself, and so that actually that helps you. um there's Temperance here, as I said, and this is about I'm getting that song sitting on the dock of the bay. Right, so there's something to connecting there. Uh hmm Now, this is interesting because they're telling me about morning meditation. So there's also, they're bringing me back to the alchemist here. So again, this is about, you know, change taking place and you being patient as you know, bad situations are turning into gold. Really, turns out to be end up being your gold. This Tower ends up being a complete blessing for a lot of you, and it may actually just sort of give you that kick start that you need. Okay. I just heard about popping wheelies on a bike. Maybe some of you are motorcyclists or ride bikes, cyclists. Okay. And then I heard long sleeves, long sleeves. hmm Um, okay. There's this message about something being hidden here. Two of Swords. You know, with the Ten of Swords here and the Two of Swords, this is going to be I'm getting the last name or name Abbott. Abbott. All right. And there's Oh, okay. So this is you again. There's an ending or something unexpected that is that it's just an ending, and that you're just not going to see coming here for some of you. And I'm not surprised. Given what's going on planetarily, a lot of things in retrograde and whatnot, and just what astrologers have been saying for the period of like September through November 20th or so, I'm hearing that I'm not surprised because apparently we're on like a six, it might have to do with Jupiter. And it's like this, there, it connects back to 2008. It also connects back to like 16 years ago. So there could be endings and beginnings and things or something big. Think back to like 16 years ago. Well, actually, that would be 2008. Oh, wow, that's so long ago. But anyway, it's like right there. Wow, 16 years went fast in a way. But there could be something that's important about what was going on in 2008. Okay, so it could be like an end to financial hardships or something, or this, or finally, I just heard something about nailing a performance, like finally this advancement, even for some of you. Again, it could have to do with relationships, really, of any kinds. What else do we have here? We have the King of Swords here. Yeah, getting really clear, very clear. Things are going to be very super duper clear. And I'm picking up right now on November energy. Okay, so again, like the October, this was like kind of September, November. I mean, honestly, it's hard, like I said, to break it up into like just month by month. I feel like now I'm getting a little bit of a shift into November here. I did your October reading, as I said. And again, I'm getting something about something not quite here, just it's like the veil was lifted, because this is only temporary. You only temporarily do not see something, but then becomes very clear. I'm actually getting by like October 20 something, um that there's this I'm getting something about a shadow period being kind of lifted. So like I don't know what's going on astrologically, but there is something here about um so I'm getting mother, protective mother energy here. All right. um there's Gladys, the name Gladys. There's butterscotch toffee. Okay. So that also came in something, well, I don't want to say the brand because I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but in a can, it comes in a can. It's chips in a can, the ones I mean. Um, yeah, so there's that came in. And I think that could actually be someone's like pet's name or a nickname, or you just love those, or loved one crossed over, love them. All right. They're giving me snacks. Oh, okay. So Debbie's coming in. Two of Pentacles here. So the King of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. This is definitely November energy here. Okay. Again, it's like, oh no, now they're starting to get another card. Okay, so the results are in hand here. Okay, results in hand. Ten of Wands. Okay, some kind of burden. I heard something about being kind of awestruck here too, and a fox. Something about a fox, or like what is it in sheep and wolf's clothing, or no, a wolf in sheep's clothing? It could be something like that. But somebody always sees. Okay, there's another stressor here. There's an owl here. Okay, featured. People may think they're getting away with something, or even people may think they're not appreciated for something, but someone is seeing you and they're appreciating you. Or if something's being hidden from you, it's it's being noticed. Okay, or you're going to notice it, and when you do, it's going to be like, it's good, it's going to be a happy time. You're going to definitely see this again. It's like you're getting a new set of eyes. Okay, something loud and clear. Okay, vision is coming up. Autonomy, so you being able to do things for yourself. I'm really seeing some clarity here. I heard for some of you it's a path to a new home, it's a path to a new relationship even. Okay, so you're getting this like gift of sight, new sight, new insight. Okay, and it's going to help you release some things. Oh, okay, so now it looks like we're getting another. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. The chameleon. Ooh. All right. So some of you again, and I'm getting shocker. I just heard that. So it's like you have the ability to mold and reinvent yourself to whatever the situation dictates, and that's going to give you a huge advantage. It's going to be so handy to just be able to go with the flow here and dip into our Empress energy. Okay, that's what's coming in here. There's something about, it's like the end of Libra season. that comes in here. I just heard Lollapalooza, so there's a connection there, and I'm getting something like the Beastie Boys. So maybe some of you connect with that in some way, or um, there's it's about like some of you actually are fighting for your right. Okay, we gotta fight, dude, for our right to party. It's the rising star. Okay, sorry for your ears, by the way. It must be shocking to you. That was what's shocking. That's it. Me singing. No. All right. So the rising star. This is about you being ready to receive the blessings of the universe. Your ambitions and talents are being noticed. Exactly. They're being noticed by this King of Swords, by people in power. Okay. And so it's gonna change your direction. For some of you, I just heard something about like a tailspin. Okay, it's gonna be like surprise. Actually, let's get a fortune cookie. If we get the surprise card, I'm just gonna well, not be surprised if we get that. This is the Fortune Cookies Oracle by Sharina Starr. Interesting. Oh, this is just an intense period. I might need to do more readings. Yes, we do have some challenges here. This is coming in November. Okay, this could be when this, and I just saw 5:05 on the clock. So in November, that's when there could be sort of this, wow, okay, there's a big shift all of a sudden. Okay, what else do we get with this? Oh, and assert yourself. Yep. Okay, there it is. So this is about taking time out from problems or conflicts and approaching things, softly but not quietly. Like use your voice. You still need to use your. So you need to go for what you want. This is a good time for like connections or whatever. There could be a birth of a child coming into around this time, or an idea even. Reinvent yourself. Yep. That's it. You have that. You have that ability. There's something about you get Fox energy, and I do believe that is connected to Libra. Fox energy, and that is like just letting you know there are magic forces at afoot here. There are possibilities here. It's about you taking some sort of initiation. Okay, and again, you get transformation taking place. So this is a new lease on life here. All right, new lease on life. I just have to try again. I'm getting Michigan too. Property. All right, so there's property. I just heard something about by the park, something about the park. Maybe you go to the park. Maybe that's a connection in some way. Maybe there's a property by the park. So this could be about just make sure that you're okay. You're getting some right now about jealousy, so making sure that you're watching who you trust with personal secrets, with any sort of transactions. Just making sure that you're upping your security. You're going to really want to up your security here. Okay, if you need to download software on your computer to do that, do that. If I'm not a tech representative or anything like that, but so, and there's also just like make sure you're again spending time outdoors. Okay, spend time by this lovely water, or the trees, or if you can somehow bring that inside. If you can't get out into nature, you bring in elements of nature, rock, a little. Whoa, okay. And then we have, oh my goodness, Libra. Now, you saw how those cards flew up? Like they came out with some punch, like a powerful energy here. It's justice followed by the Empress. All right, that's how it came out. Oh wow. Mm-hmm. You've got some safety and protection here. I want you to know that. So this is like bringing us into December here, okay? If there were lies, deception, or anything crawling under the surface, is what I'm hearing, anything like that, or someone tried to trick you, it's coming out into the open. All right. Now, for a little while, again, like I said, you're not going to notice it necessarily right away, or you may have like an indication of it, but let it come out on its own. It's going to come out on its own, whatever this is, whether it's globally or it's personal life or both. Probably, actually, I feel like it's like both, but this is about you coming out on top. Okay, this is about you also. I'm getting something about be careful what you hitch your wagon to. So really, again, like not attracting or attaching yourself to something that's really not going to get you where you want to go. And it's not like I'm saying, oh, go out there and use people. I'm just saying we don't want to be associating with things that really are not in our greatest, highest good. It's really important not to also there's something I'm getting something about not to like backtrack or backpedal. So if you've decided something's done and that's that, you want to probably what I'm hearing right now, just leave it. Let's don't there's something about somebody may want to reconnect even too. Let me listen on that for a minute. Somebody wanted me to reconnect. Let me get a card on that here. Let's see what we get here. There's something about I just heard indication for release. You have okay, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, there could be somebody wanting to come in. I'm getting something about like keeping your plans kind of secret. Again, like who you trust with your interactions and dealings, you want to keep that kind of to yourself, maybe. Just be very careful. There's something about Pluto too. I heard something about Pluto rising. So not sure if that's happening, what's going on there. But anyway, again, I'm not an astrologer. But anyhow, so with Justice and the Empress here, this is about you rightfully claiming what is yours. Now, this could be physical property. This could be your attention. This could be your resources in general. It's about you giving life to that new lease of life, a new lease on life for yourself. You're the one actually, again, creating. Remember, let's go back to our very card. You have this tower coming in so that you can have this new foundation. Okay. I'm getting 12, just so 12, 12, 12, 12. So there's, again, new exciting opportunities, focusing on the new. Okay, that's why they told me to go back to that, because we have the fertility. So this is, again, fertility here. Times are like, things are ripe. Okay, it's almost like some of you are going to get your harvest. It's not necessarily going to be during harvest season. It's going to be like just sometime in the next 3 months. Okay, so harvest season is like, basically till like, I think of it as like, sometime in November, like by the third week of November. So it's like harvest season, or the end of November. But or September, October, really, and then November. So some of it may not come in. You might have to wait till the very end of the year, even spilling into January. There's something about spilling the beans. I said spill, and then they're telling me I'm getting this story about a billing cycle too. Okay, so just make sure that you're really being careful documenting things. If you have like end of the year reports or paperwork or something you need to do, or financials or something, make sure you're doing those. And there's something here about oh, what is it? The details. You got to pay attention to the details, okay? The details. What else do we have? We have the Seven of Pentacles. What did I just say? I said something about your harvest, okay? So there is going to be your harvest, again, could be 12, 12, 14, 12, 12. Some of you, it might be a ding. I just heard a bell when I said that, ding, ding, ding. Some of you may actually have something lucky on the 12th of December, or the 14th of December, or just the 12th or 14th in general. I'm kind of getting this for, I don't know when Hanukkah falls, but they just mentioned Hanukkah too. So there's this, okay? So yeah, there's this. And actually, to reference Chris Reck on Minnow Pontero again, is the juice worth the squeeze, is what he says with this, right? So looking at, at your hard work there, the seeds you planted, maybe even back in the summer or before that, and just thinking, in the last 3 to 6 months, like, is it worth it? I think you're going to be happy. I think you're going to be pleased. But again, Libra, it is about mindset. So like, you are going to be the one deciding if something is worth it. All right. You're going to use your higher guidance, your higher wisdom to decide that. And oh my, love is in the air, but it's not just love for each other, like romance. It's about, it's, what is that? So I have to look at this. Let me see here. So here's the 1111 card, divine timing, right? So I heard October 11th just now, actually. So there's something about spending time, spend time there. I'm getting some about regeneration. I'm also getting, so spending time with family, with loved ones, is going to be very important right now. And it's because there's something about soul clearing and soul healing. Okay, so there's could be something about you clearing ancestral karma or trauma or whatever it could be. But there's something here about you're kind of like the lucky one, and like that's not what it is. It's sort of like you're considered sort of like a four-leaf clover. It's like when you're around, things are better. Okay, so that's a message coming from somebody, or you have a loved one in spirit or something that's talking about four-leaf clovers. I don't know, but there's something here about you being like a source of positivity for many. All right, so there's something about you not giving up on your divinity, because it's something that you can, like, you're like a main ingredient in the well-being for others. So this is really making me think that some of you are actually channelers yourself, or you're really into healing, and even if it's for your community and your family and your friends, on like just a local level, and not necessarily for profit, it's just like you really being um, which is such a blessing in the lives of many. So Libra, I don't know if others have told you this or whatever, but people have a tendency to not really always tell us, for a variety of reasons, things. But I'm going to tell you, you're more loved than you know, you're more respected than you know, and you are the blessing. All right, you are the blessing for a lot of people, and that's not to put pressure on you, Libra. It's to, again, help you recognize your divine light. All right. So very, very, again, a very powerful time. Let's get I want to go ahead and get let me see this, because it's like really, oh wow. All right, let's get you some, we'll get you celestial numbers here. So this could be like confirmation of the reading. I'm using the Midnight Oracle Celestial Angel Numbers deck. I've had this one for a long time, but I just haven't used it in such a long time. But I am feeling kind of like doing this. So like light codes, activation numbers thing. Okay. Oh wow. All right. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So we have 333. Heart speak. Now, interestingly enough, you are being encouraged here. Again, something about your inner voice, you being that messenger yourself. Okay, so this is about your prayers are answered, resources, faith, divine timing, creativity, and communication. And then you have foundation, right? Because as I said before, you're building this stronger foundation after that tower. And yeah, it does take time to rebuild. So cut yourself some slack. Um, what is there was something they want to so there's something about telling you that one moment, let's um there's this like lesson they want me to tell you about starting over for some of you, because some of you really have had to start all over, but it's like you're not actually having to start from the same place you were when you started that thing. You have think about the things you have gained, and almost like thank the experience for what it taught you and brought for you, because you're not going to make that mistake again. For some of you, I'm getting, all right, I heard Carlisle. So in Mindy, I'm getting Mindy. So there could just be something here about you realizing that you did the best you could with what you had in that moment, and you got to set yourself free from that. If there is guilt, or there's something, or there's somebody trying to make you feel like you have to stay at their level, we can never, we can't meet somebody, we can only, we can really only interact with someone at the level that they themselves have like met themselves. Does that make sense? It's sort of like, um, if we can't expect someone who isn't as spiritual, for example, as us, to really understand all this spiritual stuff, right? We've dedicated more time and energy to it. So it's sort of like seeing people for where they are, for what they are, seeing situations for what they are, where they are, and realizing that you yourself were different back then, right? You were different. You didn't, how could you possibly know? Like, and now looking back in the last 5 years, for a lot of you, or 15 years, you are so different. And fast forward, you're going to have a lot to be proud of, and you're going to look back at this time period and go, wow, in 5, 10, 15 years, you're going to think to yourself, I am like, look at all I've accomplished. So never lose sight of all you've overcome. All right. And just how far you really have come. And I feel like a good thing before the end of the new year would be, is to really kind of do this little examination, or maybe it's a big overhaul, this deep dive into all that you have overcome in your life. Or if you don't want to do your whole life, just do the last 10, 15 years, or 5 years even. Be specific too about what you gained from certain situations. Yes, there were losses, but there are also gains. When we have the 10 of Swords in the Tower, it's for something better, right? What else? There was another card that came out too. Oh, here it was, 6969, getting closure. So some of you, you are getting closure. That's interesting. So this is, yeah, again, wrapping up a chapter. For the foundation, what it said on the card was building a solid base. This is about your physical body, your health, your work, relationships, home, values, taking care of things at a very local level, taking care of your own wellness, for example, extending that to your family, extending that to the community, extending that to the maybe a state level, country, world, you know what I mean? Like just kind of get bigger and bigger, right? So small steps, big rewards. Okay. There's another lesson in that for you. Okay, so wrapping up the chapter, releasing the old, you have a new phase and a new perspective. Absolutely. You are looking ahead. You do have that new perspective coming in. Let's see. I would like to get you a card from my new deck here, and it's called Remember Your Divinity by Mary Toscos and Chinkal Parikh. Okay, so it's by the Pine Torch is the company. So, all right, let me see here. All right, and it says, you've always had the power and clarity. Card 36, Epiphany. Again, you've always had the answers. All right. You may have not been positioned to see them or to receive them, but again, here is this posture again of widely opening up to the universe. If you haven't watched it yet, go back and watch October's reading that just posted on September 17th. Okay, this is we talked about this in that reading, and it is about that surrendering, that giving it up to receive your blessings. It's really 1991 could mean something. I'm just getting that right now, or 36 even. So this is about miracles on the horizon, but first you realizing that you're part of the performance, not an audience member. You are center stage. This is your life. It's easy to become paralyzed, waiting for an external source to validate or impose their will on you. But now it's up to you. You've always had this ability, this divine light. So, you know, some people may get irritated by your light. They may be irritated or jealous, as I said. Again, that's because they have only met themselves to a certain extent, at their level where they are in their lives. And I don't mean that in a condescending way. It's just we're at different levels of consciousness and spirituality and inner work and all that. Right. So, but it's like, you know, ask yourself why you stay silent in situations. Why is that? Why do you hide your light? Why do you hide your truth? This is about embracing. Okay, there is beauty in what is true. All right, so this is about you embracing your truth. Be true, be you. Right. So this is about bringing the truth to light. This is about, yeah, it may make people around you uncomfortable, but you've got to do what you need to do um, to get to your soul's truth. And that was a big message I was getting before the reading. It's something about your soul's truth. hmm So, it could be that, you've been conditioned to be quiet, a lot of women. So for example, being raised as a girl, a woman, a lot of times we're the ones who are, oh, just let's, even today, unfortunately, even today, we're supposed to be obedient and submissive, and be the one who's understanding and nurturing and kind of quiet and even keel and all that. But this is about you raising your voice. Okay, this is about you, that truth guiding you. Okay, this is about you not relying on outside sources. Okay, you not relying on outside sources for your truth. You don't need to. You do not need to, and you need to use your voice. Absolutely. So, yeah, this is just, again, not being passive, but being the main character in your story. All right. So, not silencing yourself, not becoming small, not becoming invisible. Be seen, be loud, Libra, be loud in your convictions. You don't have to literally be loud and yell, but this is just about stop. It's not about it's just, again, it's about you coming to the table as you fully, and not being ashamed of that, and not feeling bad for other people that they don't have what you have, or you know, that they don't quite understand. It's not up to you to teach others how to be a certain way, right? It's not. It's really. I mean, it's yeah. It's up to you to teach your children and stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying. But this is about you having the right to exist, to thrive wherever you are. I just saw 555 on the timer. Okay, this is about you realizing that you're loved. Okay, so people do, again, like I said, they're not going to tell you necessarily, but I just, this is about, it's almost like Source saying, I wish you could see the beauty I see in you, right? And I feel like this is like part of your path, you realizing again your own divine light. So this is, you're powerful, and you are definitely loved and treasured more than you know. And it doesn't necessarily come from the people immediately around you. It doesn't necessarily come from the people you were born into, the family you were born into, right? It can come from a variety of sources. And it's up to us as the individual to connect ourselves to what's going to raise our vibration, to loving situations. I just saw 5555. There's like, this is major. Okay. This is like big stuff here. All right. So we've got a lot of numbers coming through. Now I'm going to get you one more card. Okay. So let's go ahead and get, well, we might be a couple, but let's get you an animal card. All right. Oh, what is this one? Tortoise. All right, Tortoise. So slow down. Life need not be a constant race. The greatest lessons are often found in the pause. Yes, be still, get clear. The silence will speak to you, Libra. Silence speaks. The pause is very meaningful, very powerful. All right. Again, keep track of your steps along the way. Celebrate even the smallest victories. All right. Somebody, for some of you, may even tell people or tell you, say you're their hero, or you yourself might get to meet someone you like really respect and honor. Panda, you just had this in the last reading too. My goodness. So with your positive attitude, you can unlock an inner and outer peaceful sanctuary. That's right. Be at home where you are. That's what happens when you're your true, all lit up here, right? When you're your true you in all of your glory, all of your essence, all of your sparkliness. Stay sparkly, right? Let's get another animal card because we love them so. So if you enjoy this reading, please do like, comment, subscribe. I'm open to memberships as well. And I also started a second channel. It's called Schoolhouse Intuitive Messages. The handle is at Schoolhouse Intuition. There I read for all 12 signs. And that was by request. So I do hope you like it. It is a bit of a trial. We'll see how it goes. But I'm still going to be doing these readings still 3 times a week at least. And this will be also my focus. So we won't lose anything on this channel. All right. Let's see here, Libra. And thank you all for your super thanks. I really appreciate it. And the kindness you showed towards me and others in the comments. I appreciate it. Links. All right. So I'm getting a name like Lily, Leela, something, Lisa, something. I was getting that kind of too with the like Lollapalooza. I was getting Lala, Lily. I guess it could be Layla, but no. They're saying Lily. Links. Links reminded me of Lily. So it could be Leah too. All right. But anyway, okay. They want me to tell you about cardinals. Okay. Even though I have the links card. So when cardinals are near, angels appear, and whatever you do is absolutely of importance. You are meant to be doing what you're doing. You're on the right path. You're going to get some closure. Your path is protected. Okay. These are messages they want me to tell you. All right. Especially if you're one of the names I just mentioned. So life's mysteries may be veiled, but your inner wisdom is your torch. Yes, you will see the truth in this situation, and you will come out as the bright star you are. Libra, take care. I wish you many blessings, and please check out your other readings. They may give some insight into what's going to be coming up. So wishing you well, and thanks again.